Welcome to the Sajdah Saturday Morning Coffee Talk, where we talk about life, love, and business. So welcome. Come on in this morning. Let's get us some Saturday morning motivation. And I look forward to just speaking with you all today. Let's answer any questions. Some of you were on Manifestation Thursday. Wa alaikum salam, dear brother. Brother Lamont, 73, Nabila, Munshi, welcome everyone. Come on in. We're going to give it about a minute for folks to get in the room. Nubia La Flo, good morning, Mom. And then we're going to start. We got a motivation. Callie Realtor, welcome. We're going to then do a little motivation. Little motivation this morning, and then just talk. And I want you all to start thinking about just what you kind of would want to talk about today, and let's see if we can get that accomplished. All right. Good morning, Financial Architect 55. Assalamu alaikum. Y'all know Ramadan is coming up. Are y'all ready to start the fast? I'm actually looking forward to Ramadan. I'm excited. Every time it comes, I'm so excited because during Ramadan, there's always such beautiful connections and revelations. It's an opportunity to be in that revelationary space, which I think is so important for those of us that are creative and are trying to move to that next level in our lives. So I think it's amazing. So anyway, let's do this motivation today, and then we're just going to chat. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Jamil.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money?
Thumbs up in the chat if you can hear okay.
Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity party. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity parties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life. You got a problem with your environment. Do something about it. If you want it, go get it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything is uphill that's worthwhile. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If you want it, you gotta go get it.
This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity.
This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your dream. If you wanted to have it, get your butt up and make it happen. If you wanted to have it, rise and grind.
You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season, homie.
It's grind season, y'all. You want something, you got to get up and go get it. You can't sit at home and say, I want to lose weight, but I'm about to go eat a whole cheesecake. You can't say, I want to start this business, but I'll do it tomorrow. I want to write this book. I'll do it tomorrow. So many people that we knew that were here yesterday are not here today. So ain't no tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow brings. Get your mind and get yourself together today. There's no such thing as a spook God. Whatever you want, it's not going to fall out of the sky. You got to line yourself up with the laws of the universe and begin to manifest. You got to line yourself up with it. You got to first recognize that there is a power out there greater than you. Then you have to desire to be a benefactor or a beneficiary of that power. And then you got to go to work. You got to go to work. My brother and I were having a conversation about people that we know from back in the day who may look at us and say, well, how did this happen? Or how did that happen? And we're like, it ain't no spook God. While you've been over there saying tomorrow, 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 guess what we've been doing? Working, working, working. See, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you're tired, work. You want something? Work. I'm paraphrasing. You don't feel good? Work. See, because if you think about the principle that he was teaching us, it's a principle that you hear oftentimes from motivational speakers like a Tony Robbins or somebody like that, where they tell you that motion and movement is the key. And we all know that the earth is moving, it's pulsating, vibrating. The sun is moving, it's pulsing, it's vibrating. The entire universe vibrates just like your heart. So if this universe that we live in is based on movement, what makes you think you cannot move and get what you want? If we're supposed to be the greatest of all the created things, and the other ones are doing certain things, like moving and rotating and evolving, what do you think we're supposed to be doing? How do you think that we can defy those laws and still get what we want? What we want is so tiny. It's small like a mustard seed in comparison to this universe that we live in. God said you can have the faith. Jesus said you can have faith of the mustard seed. If you have faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. What's it going to take for you to be the mountains? What's it going to take for you and I to move like the mountain? Because even the mountain's not just sitting there. Even the leaves and the grass, everything's moving. Everything's pulsating. Everything vibrates. Everything in your body is supposed to move. But man, this world that we live in with this stagnant energy, taking away our alignment with God. And do you know that most of the time when we would see people at MIVC, most of their problem would be stagnation, no movement. Either their blood's not moving because of something, the organs not moving. This world is so crazy. Let me tell you how cold Yaqub is in terms of his mind. He puts us in a thinking pattern. He breeds us to a thought pattern that literally shuts down our entire body, causes us to struggle with inflammation and blockages in our arteries, our organs not moving right. Then it totally stagnates our emotions in one place. We're sitting in fight or flight, which then scientifically is going to shut down your organs, because fight or flight is designed to send blood flow to your muscles so you can run, jump, and get away. And he keeps us in that perpetual state. He sells chaos. He sells fear. He sells crisis. Everything's a crisis. Everything is breaking news. Everything's bad. When he wants to shut us down, what do? Financial embargoes, physical embargoes, health embargoes. So this is the world we live in. We have to stop feeding on that. We have to put ourselves in a space where we are moving at the rate of revelation. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and she was telling me she just joined a new church, and it's called Revelationary Church. And she was so moved because I was talking to her about the spirit of revelation, the energy of revelation, about getting out up over your skis, putting yourself in a position where it's just you and God. You got to make this happen. See, even if you get into a new relationship, it's still you and God. Of course, it's you and that person, but it's you discovering what you need to discover within you so that you can improve and evolve and develop, not only to keep that person attracted to you, but so that you can bring the most out of that person that Allah has entrusted in your life. But that requires movement. If we're not moving, if our bodies show evidence of lack of movement, then our mind shows evidence of lack of movement. So the more we move our bodies, the more we move our minds, creating things, thinking about things, loving things. See, love is the highest emotional vibration. And love requires motion. It requires expression. You can't just say, oh, I love somebody, they know it, I'm good. No, it requires expression. Your business requires attention. It requires love. It requires focus. It requires movement. That's the key thing. Movement. Throughout our body, throughout our mind, throughout our organs. We should be stretching and moving to bring attention. We should sit down in our meditation and bring attentions to ourselves and to our whole entire body so that we're moving it. All disease is just either stagnation or inflammation or something that has stopped an aspect of your body that is supposed to flow from flowing. Hormones ain't flowing right. Your blood's not flowing right, creating cholesterol issues, high blood pressure. It's all about flow or lack of flow. Either too much flow, like in the case of high blood pressure, or things working too hard to flow, or not enough flow. So it's all about flow. So we have to get out there and we have to flow. You have to flow in your life. You have to flow physically, mentally, and spiritually. That's the key. That's the real key to manifestation. How are you flowing? What ideas are you developing in your mind? What are your desires? See, this Thursday coming up on the Manifestation series, we're going to talk about desires. And if some of you listened to the previous Mind of an Entrepreneur show, you can click the link in the bio to do that. We've talked before about desires and the origin of desires and how you take a desire and make it manifest. See, this is something we got to figure out before we check up out of here. You got all these ideas. God is constantly depositing all this good stuff in your mind, in your brain. You got billion-dollar, life-changing, intergenerational ideas in your brain. But you can't figure out how to get it up out of there. Because we disrespect our desires. We so disrespectful to our desires. Y'all know I talked about this before. We so disrespectful to our desires. As soon as we think we want something, or as soon as we really desire something, the first thing we think is maybe I can't have it, or maybe that's too hard, or I don't know how that's going to happen. Or I'm too tired, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't feel like it right now. Or I'm going to do it so I can stun on these niggas. All that's the wrong motivation. See, the desire, since it's not something you made up in your own mind, deserves gratitude. It deserves to be fueled and watered with gratitude. With the love from God. It deserves for you to be grateful for it. For you to sit down and say, oh, Allah, I'm feeling a certain way. I feel like I want something. I feel like I want to do this. I feel like I want to create this invention. I want to come up with this new thing, this new idea, and be grateful for it. You think of somebody in your mind, immediately you should be saying, let me give them a call. Because it may be something that they need to hear that I can say to them. Thank you. Thank you for this desire. Thank you for this desire to do this. Thank you for this desire. So the gratitude starts there. Not just, I need a new phone, thank you for the phone. No, thank you for the desire. Thank you for the desire. Thank you for the desire to eat right. The desire to lose weight. Thank you for the desire. That's where you start. Don't disrespect your desire and act like it's something you came up with, and then all you can see is what you want from the desire. Who gonna hate on you after you get what you want? Who you stunting, you doing all that? No. Be grateful for the desire. Because when God is moving you around, there's something there. It might just be so you can bless somebody else. Not so you can go and tell everybody how many people you blessed and how you blessed them and what you gave them and what you did for them. Desire. Yes, Brother Lamont, desire does feed the will. But what happens is we don't allow the desire to feed the will. Think about that one. Our desire is supposed to feed our will. That's exactly how it works mathematically and scientifically and metaphysically. But we don't let it. Because we got so many desires just sitting up, rotten and stanking inside of us that we couldn't resurrect them right now if we wanted to. Because we can't even get up off the couch to do them. So they're stagnant. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? When God puts something in your heart and your mind that He wants you to do, when you get that energy, you interpret it as a desire, and then you disrespect the desire and you don't do it. So God said, I really want that done, so I'm going to go give it to somebody else. I really want that to happen. I really want that person to be helped. See, most of our blessings are tied up in other people. They're not out here floating in the universe. Most of our blessings are tied up in other people. That's where they're at. But God says, you know what? I want that to happen. I want that person to be helped. I want to see that product come into fruition. I want to see this. I want to see that. I gave it to this person, but they didn't respect it. They didn't let that desire feed their will. They weren't even curious about it. They just sat up on it. So I'm going to go give it to somebody else. Type in the chat if you've ever had an idea and then you look up and you see somebody else doing almost exactly what you thought you wanted to do. Sometimes you'll see them on television. You look up, turn on the news, and you say, you know what, I had that idea 20 years ago. You know what, I had that idea yesterday. God say, too slow, you snooze, you lose. Because I'm going to give it to that person. Plenty of times, right? Many of us have. That's because we weren't in the right time and space and mindset to get it done. We didn't want to because we got disrespectful of the desire. We disrespected it. Sometimes God brings good people around us and in our lives, and we feel something. We go, oh, Am I supposed to start a business with this person? Or is it just their presence that has healing energy in my life? Am I supposed to be in a relationship with this? What is it? Well, we disrespect it because we think it's us. We run it through that filter of our ego. And we go, yeah, I know this person want to kick it with me, but whatever, I'm getting ready to play some games because I was just reading the Pimp Chronicles, and this is how you handle situations like this. You know what? You just missed your blessing because your blessings are always tied up in other people. Where else they going to be? Where else they going to be? Yeah, you can get blessed by the grass and the trees and the flowers, but everything you want in life, where else is it going to be? There's no such thing as a spook god. You want a new car? It's not going to drop out of the sky. You're going to have to work, get the money. You're going to have to go and buy the car. You got to go get the car from somebody. Somebody got to make the car. Everything you want is tied up in somebody else. So what you want to do, see, what the world does in this capitalist world, it teaches us to be a predator. Because they recognize that everything they want is up inside of somebody else. They know if they want stuff, they know how to go up in you and get it. Think about that. They know how to go up in you, and they don't care how deep they got to go up in you, but they know how to go up in you and get it. But we don't know that. See, we over here praying for it to fall out of the sky. They like, let me get that up out you. They know how to do that. But what I'm saying is, instead of being a predator about it, let's align ourselves properly so the right people, the right things, the right timing, the right places, and everything we need lines up at the right time. And then we start to just flow with that energy. We have a desire, then boom, somebody shows up in our life. We don't, and when they show up, we don't take from them. We interact with them. We respect them. We love them. We honor them. That's what we do. That's what we do. Because from there, you don't know, that person might say something that gives you the answer to a problem you've been trying to solve for years. That person might do something that will help you with something that you never knew how you was going to get done. That person may share with you just a certain energy that gives you some certainty, that puts you in a space where you go, you know what, I got this. I can do this. That person might share with you some energy that make you say, ooh, let me stop doing that. Because if that's how I look, let me stop. See, everything you want, every blessing you got is tied up in another person. There is no spook God. There ain't no spook God. You want a job, you have to go to somebody to get the job. Sometimes the blessing you're looking for is tied up in you. It's tied up in you allowing your desire to feed your will. But instead of you going in and studying and mining yourself, you go, I'm going to call the spook God. Let's see if the spook God can drop off some stuff over here. I just want it. And I'm pretty sure the spook God got me. Well, guess what? While you praying to the spook God, then Yakub going to be your God. And he going to tell you what to get. You might not meal prep. You might not say, okay, I'm going to make sure my meals are in alignment with what I need to be eating. You don't have to, because you can watch on television and they're going to give you something to eat. They're going to make a suggestion for you. That's what they're going to do. So everything you want is tied up in somebody else. And whether or not you are a God, and whether or not you're evolving on that God-like level will determine whether or not you're a predator, whether or not you're a pimp, whether or not you're a user, or whether or not you're in a position where you can just learn to flow and recognize when Allah is giving you something or not. Brother Lamont said big old 40-inch cheese. Yeah, that's exactly right. They're going to tell you what to eat. They're going to tell you what to do. You want your body right, you got to get up and work out. You got to get up and move. You got to get up and move something. So every blessing that you desire, everything you desire is tied up in somebody else, one way, shape, form, or another. It's either tied up in you. I'm going to say this again. It's either tied up in you, meaning you got to let your desire feed your will. You got to stop disrespecting your desires. Or it's tied up in somebody else. It's tied up in the energy that you might get from somebody else. It could be tied up in the smile you might get from somebody else. It might be tied up in something that person can say to you. It might be tied up in the energy that that person can give you access to. It might be tied up there. All right, so how many of y'all are coming in on Thursday to the manifestation series? If you have missed the manifestation series, go to my YouTube channel. It's Sajdah Wendy Muhammad YouTube channel, and you can binge on those past episodes of the manifestation series. You know, last week, we talked about, I don't know if y'all even remember. I gave y'all an assignment too, and I'm going to see who remembers. I gave you an assignment. I want you all to go and research what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the difference is between made things and created things. That was the assignment for y'all to come back with next week. But here we go. We talked about there being no such thing as, I talked about economy being a man-made illusion. Have y'all realized that yet? Economy is a man-made. There's no economy in nature. There's no economy in the infinite wisdom and the infinite God that we serve. There's no economy there. The economy is a man-made thing with finite numbers and finite supply and finite demand. That's a man-made illusion. And then it's even so man-made that what we do is we take it all the way down and we adopt the economy that they placed on us. So again, I told you, Yaqub knows how to go in and mine out of you everything he wants. He knows how to look at you and say, let me get that up out of you. Let me take that. Let me have that. He's not praying to a spook God. He understands where his pearl is. It's in his fish's mouth. He gets that. We sitting around waiting for a spook God. We're sitting around going, okay, I can only make so much money with this business. I can only do so much. We're putting limitations on ourselves. But there's no economy in nature. See, the way you transcend, people go, well, this is not going to help me make more money. You're lying to yourself. It is going to help you make more money. It's going to help you make bigger business deals. Why? Because you have to transcend the economy of this world in your mind first. See, if I believe that I am a daughter of Almighty God, Allah, then this economic stuff don't apply to me, at least right now. Not in my mind, it don't have to. Because I know how to go to the person and I say to Allah, I said, this ain't nothing for you, Allah. All it takes is a wink and a nod from you. This is small. I want this business to gross $1 million this year. This ain't nothing for you. This ain't nothing for you. I don't start with what I got to do in this world to create $1 million or what I got to do in this world to build this business. I don't start there because I don't place my economic limitation, or I don't set my economic expectations based on the economic limitations of this world. I recognize that the God I serve is an infinite God. I realize that if he wants to, and if I line up right, he already set these laws in place so that I can do whatever it is that he desires for me to do. So I ask him, what are we going to do about this, Allah? What are we going to do about that? How much money we gonna make over here? How about 10 million? How about by the end of this year, let's be worth 10 million. Let's have $10 million worth of real estate. See, this is why when you put your vision boards and your goals and stuff down on paper, they end up happening. Unless you disrespect them. Unless you put them on paper and you start believing in a spook God. But economy is a man-made illusion. This man might only tell you you can only make $50,000 a year. That ain't what God is telling you. You can ignore that. You can say, you know what, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to get this check for now. But you should be having a conversation with God and rolling in your mind saying, but I'm worth 50 million. I'm worth 5 million. 5 million, 50 million, that's nothing to Allah. It's nothing to Allah. So let me go to work and allow him to use me and make me his conduit. And in every way, every day, I'm going to get better and better. In every way and every day, I'm going to respect his created things that he puts around me. Because see, I want to line up. We had that exercise, if you all remember, was it 2 weeks ago? Where we had to literally visualize ourselves as a seed. We had to feel the roots, our roots going into the ground. We had to feel the shaft of the plant going up. We had to feel the flower opening up. We had to sit there and feel ourselves as this natural created thing. That's in, I think, 2 weeks ago, Manifestation Series. So go to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe and binge on it. But we had to feel that. But I don't put no limitations on myself. See, because I'm not going to put no limitations on God. The one who woke me up this morning, the one who decided I'm going to wake you up, and I'm going to put the desire in you to speak to me. I'm going to wake you up and I'm going to put the desire in you to speak to me and want to talk to me. And I'm going to put the desire in you to want to benefit from a connection with me. See, we talked about this in class. The first thing you got to do is recognize the power. Second thing you got to do is want to be a beneficiary of his power. See, a lot of us recognize God's power, but then what do? Yeah, but I'm not good enough. I'm too humble. I'm fake humble. I got a fake ego, but yet we drive in a Rolls Royce. But no, I'm faking. I don't need all this. No, don't give me no compliments. No, don't love me. You need to say all praises due to Allah. And be following that up in your mind with like, please just continue to flow through me. Use me. Make me yours. Because if I'm his daughter, if I'm his son, I'm locking into his abundance. And he ain't got no economy. He don't have no economy. He ain't sitting up there going, let me just make 2 ants. And y'all gonna have to deal with these 2 ants because I want to make the price of them ants higher. So I'm only gonna make a couple. I was looking up the other day, they said there's 1,100 species of bird. And I said, how do y'all know? You don't know how many species of birds there are. You don't know how many combinations of birds he put together. If he's making men and women every day, why wouldn't he be making new bird species every day? See, I don't subscribe to this economy and go, okay, the country's in debt, or this is how much money they said I can make. No, this is just the amount of money that I'm making right now that I'm grateful for, but I might make 10 times that over here. Or have a few other opportunities to make 10 more times that, 100 more times that. And I'm always saying, what do I need to do? How do I need to be, Allah, to have what you want me to have so that I can bless and reward the people that you want me to help and bless and reward? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Who do I have to be? What do I need to tweak inside of myself so that I can manifest you? Because I know you ain't got no economy. I know if I become what they want me to become down to the job or down to the consulting firm, then I'm going to earn what matches up with the behavior that they're teaching me that they want me to exhibit. So that behavior has a dollar amount attached to it. Your behavior has you attached to it, God. It has you attached to it, Allah. Got you attached to it, Jehovah. Whatever you believe, it's got you attached to it, universe. So I'm not over here trying to figure out, let me limit myself to how much money. No, I'm over here going, who do I need to be in order to line up with your abundance? Because I already know who I need to be to make 150,000, 200,000, 75,000. Even if I'm making $25 an hour, there's a consciousness attached to that $25 an hour. There's a mindset, there's a behavior attached to that attraction. So I'm going to keep taking it in increments. I'm going to keep stepping out there into that frequency of revelation where I'm out beyond my intellectual capacity and I'm in his mind. And then there's no limit. So see, economy and economics, that's a man-made illusion. It's a man-made illusion. And so you got to take your mind up out of that first. Take your mind up out of that. See, some of y'all over here studying the company you working with and trying to master it and get more. I was in that rut, getting more. I got so many certifications and expert this and that because I'm trying to just gather up more behaviors and more things that they tell me to do so I can make more money in their world. And I'm like, wait a minute. I serve a God that's bigger than all of y'all. I serve a God that has you here, that got you serving a purpose for him. Why am I making you my God? Why am I practicing polytheism? See, why am I making you my God? Why am I letting you tell me how much money I can make? Why am I letting you tell me who I can have in my life? Why am I letting you tell me who can motivate me? Why am I letting you do that? Why don't I bypass you because you the middleman? I'm going to bypass you and go to the man himself. So, all right, y'all. I am sorry. I got to end early because I forgot to charge my iPad last night. Listen, it's so important, you all. And I got to come back and do a live. Yesterday, the National Park Service accepted the Elijah Muhammad House to be included on the National Historic Registry. So we will be in the directory. We will be in the National Historic Registry. I want to come and talk about that. In the meanwhile, we need your support. The finish line is right there, right there, right there. So we're selling commemorative Elijah coins. This that I have around my neck, I'm so honored to have it around there because it comes from the home of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Mahdi. It comes from his home. The Lamb of God comes from his home. And so you can click the link in the bio. You can get the pendant. You can get the graded coin and help support. We only got, I ain't going to even tell y'all, we ain't got that many coins left. So please go out there, get your coin, but support. Make a donation. We want to stay independent. Allah has blessed us so far every step of the way. And so we just need your additional support. Help us sell these coins. We want to get them sold. We want to get them sold right away. So if you can't get a coin, then get somebody else to get a coin. Tell somebody else about it. Go to the @Sajdah House IG page and repost some of the before and after pictures that I have there. When you look at those before and after pictures, you'll see how hard I've been working. So come on over, share some of this energy. And right now, copper is the new oil. I was telling somebody the other day that in my portfolio, my investment portfolio, the copper is handling business. It's carrying the whole portfolio. I got some copper EFTs that are up 35 and 40%. So I can't tell y'all what to invest in. That's not investment advice. I'm not doing that on here. I'm just telling you, copper is the way to go. So go out there, get your commemorative Elijah coin, support us, and I'll come back, inshallah, and do a live maybe tomorrow at Sajdah House IG page and talk to you all about the National Historic Registry. But it's done. We got it done. We just waiting on that plaque. All praises due to Allah. All right, peace and blessings, family. I don't want my battery to run out. Love you all. Have a happy Saturday. Make sure you get up and move something. Peace.